Oh, hi there. Hey, folks. Uh, I got off the phone with my doctor. I'm 52, so doctor's appointments are increasingly dicey affairs. You never know exactly what you're going to find out. I always worry. Specifically, I was worried about leakage. I've begun to leak urine just a teensy bit, but enough to freak me out. So I do not want to end up in adult diapers. If I end up in adult diapers, I am probably never leaving the apartment again. In fact, I probably won't even bother with the diapers. I'll just, I don't know, keep a rag handy. I don't know. But instead of the thing that she said at the beginning we were going to talk about, which is the leakage and my worry that my urinary sphincter isn't tight anymore, she immediately got distracted by the fact that my A1Cs, which is the rating of my blood sugar, are 7.3, and they should be under 7. And I'm thinking, like, I can live with 7.3. At one point, it was like 20 something. So for me, 7.3 seems fine. I am not going to work really super hard to get it under 7 just because that's the number that you've decided is right. I mean, technically, yes. If you're going by one metric, you're diabetic if your A1C is above 7. Mine technically is. But I don't think she was taking into the fact that if you do have a history of diabetes, your blood sugar is expected to be higher than normal. I'm not one of these fat guys that continues eating like an idiot until he's in his grave, for Christ's sakes. My diet's quite healthy. So, as far as I'm concerned, I'm good with that. Maybe it'll go under 7 when I finally figure out a way to get myself to exercise more. Although I get the feeling that's going to involve someone with a gun to my head. Anyhow, so yeah, this happens to me with doctors all the time. I want to talk about X, but they just look over my file and pick the first thing that strikes them, and we end up talking about that. And then if you drag them back to the subject you actually want to talk about, they can only think of whatever the topic you actually want about is in terms of the one thing that they picked. It's like she said, oh, well, the urinary leakage is probably due to nerve damage in your bladder. And it's like, well, yeah, I suppose that's possible with diabetic neuropathy. It could attack anything, but it doesn't seem particularly likely to me. But that's the thing. I mean, doctors just basically, they want you to come in, or in this case, they want to call you, and then they want to get rid of you as fast as possible. That's how they make more money. They get paid per patient, so the less time they spend per patient, the more money they make. And I'm getting really sick of it, but I don't have a choice because there's not enough doctors. So I know that if I was to switch doctors, A, they'd probably be the fucking same, but B, I wouldn't get a new family doctor very quickly. So anyhow, that's been my day, and I don't know if it's just that I'm getting old and cranky or what, but I am getting tired of this. I always seem to come away rather unsatisfied from these conversations with doctors, and frustrated as hell. Oh well, here's hoping we find the cause of this before I start having to insert a catheter. I guess that's all from me for today, folks. I'll talk to you nice people again tomorrow. Bye-bye.